Hello, how are you? I'm back again. I feel like I've got a lot to talk about today. Anyway, today I want to do a quick and kind of fun video all about vintage Chanel bag, real or fake. Let's discuss. So I bought this bag years ago and I got it from, I want to say either a charity shop or a car boot sale. I think it was a car boot sale, and I have this rule of thumb, which is if you see a Chanel bag for less than a fiver, if I remember rightly, this was £1.50. If you see a Chanel bag in like a charity shop, vintage sale, jumble sale, wherever you are, thrift store, I have an opinion that if it's super cheap, you just buy it, you figure it out when you get home. If it's real, oh my God, hello, thank you God. If it's fake, then just see it as like, nah, well, I tried, and I don't have to wonder, and I don't have to forever think, oh my God, was that real? Like, I don't know. And also, do you know what? It's still a donation to a charity, so that's good. So I bought this bag. I bought it years ago. I want to say like 6 years ago, and I just found it. It was, I really do think it was at a car boot sale. I think it was £1.50. That is the number that sticks in my head. And I thought, I'll buy it, I'll figure it out later. Anyway, I got home and I decided if it was real or fake. And I'm curious, what do you think? Real or fake? So I'm gonna go and just tell you. So I'm gonna tell you, it is fake. It is fake, 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 fake. And the reason I wanted to talk about this bag is because look at it. It's clearly old. It is not a new bag. It is not new. Do you know what I mean? You can see the leather is old. You can see it's an old design. It looks like it kind of dates back to the 80s/90s. It's old, like it's an old style, it's an old design. It's not new. And I got it about, like, what did I say? Like 6, 8 years ago? I got it a long time ago. I was living in London. It was before I lived with my boyfriend. It was before I lived with my flatmate, before my boyfriend moved in. Jesus, how old was I? So 8, 9, oh my God, it was like 9, 10 years ago. Oh, God, that is a long time ago. Guys, I'm getting old. Anyway, so I bought it apparently about 10 years ago. 9, 10 years ago, let's go for 9. That makes me feel a little bit less old because time has flown. Anyway, I bought it about 9 years ago. I think it was about £1.50 from a car boot sale, and I could tell it was old. I could tell it was an old bag. It has super soft leather. It's just kind of got that gold tone. It's orange. There was just something about it. I was like, if this is real, what a gem. And quite frankly, it's not real. It is fake, 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 fake. But the reason I want to talk to you about it is because I think there is a misconception that a vintage Chanel bag is automatically going to be real. I think people think that fakes only came onto the market like maybe 10 years ago. That's not true. They came onto the market a long, long, long time ago. I think 80s, 90s, there were definitely fakes. 90s, there were definitely fakes. I think it's more like 80s. I think that's when the fakes hit the market. And this, to be fair, looks like an 80s bag. And even the authenticator I spoke to was like, such a shame, it's a cute vintage bag. And I was like, it is a cute vintage bag, but it's fake. So today, my friends, we're gonna chat through why it's fake, how we know, and also I just want to show you a vintage fake bag to prove that like it's possible. You don't have to get new fakes. They can be old fakes, and they can also be new fakes which are made to look old, which is mind-blowing. They're called super fakes, just so you know. Anyway, so this is the bag. It's adorable. I'm gonna put in some cutaways because I feel like you're not gonna be able to see properly. So the reasons it's fake, well, first of all, I did get authenticated, and she very quickly was like, babes, it's fake. And I was like, I know it's fake, but I wanted you to check for me, and I just wanted to have the professional stamp. So first of all, the C's, they're just badly finished. Like, you can see the threads are coming out at the corners. It's just not finished well enough. It should be, the stitches should be secured. They shouldn't come undone, quite frankly. They should not come undone. And they shouldn't come undone in so many places. Like, they are hanging out there. there and there. Too much. Next, I wanted to show you the chain. It's just not that good. The gold is wearing off. It kind of looks like a grey, dull, rubbishy colour. It's kind of like quite a thick chain. It feels a bit cheap. It smells a bit tinny. It just doesn't feel like a luxy, opulent chain. It just doesn't feel good, and it doesn't feel smooth. Like my Chanel bags with chains have really nice chains which are almost more like jewelry. This doesn't feel like jewelry. Next, the tassel. It just doesn't look finished. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks flimsy, it looks a bit unfinished. It just looks a bit nothing. And also the way it's hung from here, it just feels a bit nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not finished. It's not high quality. It's not luxury. It's just not good. You know? It's just not a good finish. And it just feels a bit flimsy and a bit rubbish and a bit DIY, which it basically is. Oh, next, on the top. I have to say, I don't think this detailing is bad. It's just not great. It says Chanel Paris. It's not bad. The font isn't quite right, but you know, it's fair play to them. They made an effort. They didn't have to. Yeah. The other thing I will say about the quality of the bag is it's actually quite nice leather, even though it's probably like 20-25 years old. It still feels quite nice. The leather here feels quite nice. It is actually a really soft lambskin. It is actually quite delicate as well. You can see where it's been badly stored by me. I put it into storage for ages and it just got a bit like, I don't know, I didn't put the chain in the bag properly and it kind of leant up against the leather. But the leather quality, I have to say, is not bad. It feels delicate. It is like a lambskin. It feels quite nice. Like that was the only thing when I found it. I thought, oh, it feels like quite nice leather. But that's probably about the best thing about the bag. When you open the bag, the inside of the flap, it just feels a bit nothing. Like the stitches aren't quite straight. The lining isn't quite straight against the orange leather. This is cheapo. Like this feels like tin buttons. Feels cheap. Also here it would normally say Chanel. On the inside, oh, this is where it gets really bad. So on the inside, like look how this is finished off. It is literally just stuck over the top and like sewn on and then cut with a raw edge. That is not good. Also, no Chanel branding. It is not stamped Chanel on the inside. It's not worn off. It's just not stamped. And also some vintage Chanel bags don't have the serial code which is in it. So some Chanel bags, vintage ones, don't have that. This definitely doesn't, but they always actually say Chanel. This one does not. Look, you can see a bit of glue on the inside. It's just not good. It's not a good quality finish. The inside of this pocket isn't good quality. It's just the raw edge. It's just a bit rubbish. And I have to say the stitching around the outside here is not that good. It's not that even. It's just not great. Like, and there is, you know, there is cute things about it, which kind of almost made me think for a split second it could be real. First of all, it's orange. You kind of think of them making fakes in black. It's also little. You would think that they would make fakes in bigger sizes. It does actually have quite soft leather, which does genuinely feel good. Doesn't feel that dissimilar to my other Chanel bags, but that's kind of where it ends. It's not real. It is a vintage fake. It's still actually quite cute. I've always kind of liked it enough to hang on to it. That's kind of it. I don't know if that's any help, but I thought it would be important to show you. So I'm going to try and film some cutaways and like film some kind of details of everything. So hopefully you can see exactly what I'm talking about of all the details. But that is the bag. Like I said, it is small. It is actually really cute. I do really wish it was real because I would genuinely enjoy wearing it a lot. And I think it would be really fun. but unfortunately it's not real. I only paid £1.50 for it, so I kind of feel like I've got my money's worth. But yeah, my point is, you know, even if it seems real because it's quite nice leather, even if it seems real because it's vintage, that does not mean it's real. Please, please, please be very careful when you are shopping for vintage and you think it's Chanel. And, you know, if I had paid £100 for this, which is possible, like, I think somebody could pay actually quite a lot of money thinking this was real. If I'd paid like £100 and discovered later it was fake, I would be so disappointed. Luckily, I only paid £1.50. I just scooped it up. I paid the man like literally a £5 for a bundle of stuff. Yeah, it wasn't real. That's fine. It's really no problem. But yeah, I think it's a really good example of how you can get like vintage bags. They can seem kind of real because they've got quite nice leather, but they're not. And it's really, really, really important to be super, super careful when it comes to shopping for vintage Chanel. Also, I will put below, oh, my eye is, I think I've got mascara in it. Anyway, I will put the link below for the Real Real because they have an incredible discount code, REAL, that's it, and you can get 20% off anything at the Real Real, including Chanel, and you will get vintage real Chanels on there. Everything is authenticated. I will also put my referral code for Vestiaire Collective where you'll get money off your first purchase. Again, everything on Vestiaire Collective is completely real. Please be careful when you're shopping at vintage markets. Please be careful when you are shopping on eBay. Just please be careful when it comes to shopping for Chanel and shopping for vintage Chanel. You can get caught out. It would be so easy to think this was real. It is not. And I just wanted to kind of show it to you because I just wouldn't want anybody to kind of spend like proper money, because like you work hard, I work hard, we all work hard. We don't want to get caught out by basically like kind of a pretty cute looking fake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that is my video. I hope it's of help. I hope you learn a little something. Basically, I looked at the stitching, I looked at the finish, I looked at the chain, the metal work, I looked inside at the finish, I looked at these cheapo buttons, I looked at the fact that there wasn't a Chanel on the inside, I looked at the finish of the inside, and even though, you know, it does have a tassel which shows a bit of effort, it has these little eyelets here which say Chanel Paris. It is actually quite cute. It's small, it's an unusual color. It does seem like an unusual fake. It is fake, and please don't get confused. Please don't waste your money. And I always recommend, if you are buying Chanel vintage, buy it from Vestiaire Collective, buy it from the Real Real. You will get the real deal and you won't waste your money. So I hope that video is of help. Thank you so much for watching. It's always so nice to see you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. Thank you very much. Goodbye.